Good morning. Today is a very exciting day because we are prepping for my next trip. And this is quite a special one because one of my best friends is getting married and I'm a bridesmaid and we are heading to Ireland. So today I need to literally sort out the logistics of this trip and the plans. We've got to sort out my bridesmaid stuff, pick up my bridesmaid dress. I've got a haircut this afternoon just to get my hair trimmed. I'm not actually having it naturally curly for the wedding day, but I'm going to see my curly hair specialist hairdresser who's gonna tidy it up for me. I need to restock my toiletries, potentially get some euros. I'm just deciding if I actually want any. I need to print and organise some documents for Benji and for myself. All will be explained later on. I want to download entertainment, prep cameras, wash makeup brushes. I need to just do loads of admin things, put my out of office on. My list is getting bigger. I've been putting it off and I know that you guys loved the last prepping for a trip video I did, so I thought, you know what, I'll bring you along. But I will say, when you're watching this video, all of it will be done. I will already be home. I'm pre-filming this. The reason for that is because I actually have another trip just before Ireland, so I'm going to talk you through how this has all come about. But by the time you see this, I would have already been to Florida for a week, Ireland for 2 weeks, the wedding will be done. We've been talking a lot about beauty, so hair, skincare, makeup. We're going to have a makeup artist, but we decided to do our own hair, and we were also talking a lot in our group chats about our skin. Honestly, skincare is one of those things that is so personal. And throughout my 20s, I feel like I was completely clueless. I didn't know what products I needed and my skin was so unhappy until I discovered Dermatica, and I've been a customer and I work with them since 2023, so in the lead up to my own wedding day. Dermatica is an incredible skincare company. Not only do they have lots of brilliant skincare products, but they're best known for their personalized formulas. They are amazing. They help boost skin glow, solve anti-aging concerns, reduce breakouts and acne, hyperpigmentation, rosacea, melasma. And this is my skin today. Let me show you in the light. I've got no products on or anything. I honestly think that my skin has never looked and felt better. You can see that over the last year, if you watch any of my videos back, my skin hasn't changed that much. Whereas this was the before. It was very red, patchy, aggravated. I was so unhappy. Then I started using Dermatica and just look at the difference. My skin honestly dramatically changed and I'd never had so many compliments. Now my skin is so much more glowy. It feels and looks smoother. I've definitely reduced the redness. So the box has loads of great information. You've got your personalized formula in there, which although it looks small, it's actually designed to last 28 days. And on the back, you can see the ingredients that are in it. But what I really love is that you can actually speak to their dermatology experts and they will ask for progress pictures and tweak your formula so it fits perfect for you and your skin and what you need. You use it at night. I have a really great little routine where I put it on after I've done the first part of my skincare, leave it on while I brush my teeth, and then I finish with my moisturizer. If you choose to try Dermatica, not only will you get your personalized formula, you'll also get an online consultation reviewed by the dermatology team, and you'll have 24/7 access to the dermatology experts. I also have a brilliant discount code. It's Brogan50 that will get you 50% off for your first 3 months, which is usually worth $24.99. I'll have the links below. I've got a UK and a US link. Make sure you click that below and let me know in the comments if you are using it and how you're getting on. Knowing that my skin is going to be clear, ready for like full glam and makeup for Bianca's wedding day is so important to me. So I'm definitely going to keep this up. So speaking of the wedding day, I'm going to show you some of the things I've already organised and put aside. We're going to go and get my actual bridesmaid's dress next. And yesterday we also bought a new suit for Benji. He already had a navy blue one that he's worn to multiple weddings and on cruises for black tie nights and things like that, but we both agreed that he probably needed another one, and the groom is in blue, so we wanted to put him in something different, and it had to obviously complement my dress too. So we actually found this absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's very light green, almost grayish. It's like a beautiful linen material, so it's nice and light for him. And then we paired it with this like florally tie, and it just looked so good on him. He already has his brown shoes that he wore on our wedding day that will match perfect as well. So he's sorted. It was the first shop we went to, called Suit Direct in West Quay in Southampton, and it was the first suit he tried on, and we nailed it. So that was a very easy shopping day considering the wedding is like 2 weeks away and we left it right to the last minute. I was so happy with that. So that's a success. So we're gonna go and get my dress next. I took it to a seamstress last week because the length was just a bit too long. Plus it's a wrap dress, so I wanted to have a little popper built in because it like unwraps. Bianca asked if any of us had a steaming iron thing. So I have another one, just we're gonna have a few in the room to be able to steam any of the dresses and whatnot. So I'm bringing that with me. I've got my shoes, which I'm gonna be wearing these white ones. They've got a very low heel. I bought these from Next. They're very comfortable. Obviously you're not really gonna see my shoes massively, but I need to take these to the seamstress today so she can double check how the length is looking. Bianca also delegated me the task of doing hangers for the bridesmaids. I have a Cricut machine, so I've got 3 bridesmaids ones. One obviously that says bride. She picked the font she wanted, and if anyone's used a Cricut machine you know how fiddly that font is. And then this one obviously says maid of honor as well. That's pretty good, so we have that. I've pulled out a bunch of like seam free underwear. I have a thong and just like a high-waisted comfortable pair too. So I'm gonna have a few options because you got to think about this. I'm also wearing the bra that I'll be wearing on the day too, just so I can check it today with my dress. I've got my bag that I actually used on my wedding day, which in here I've got a little bow in case we want it, I want it. I don't know, I just thought it was cute and it matched. This is from Oliver Bonus. I've had it years. I just thought it was very pretty. I don't think I'm going to need or want a bag because I think I'll end up just having my phone and maybe my lipstick, but I'm going to have a room right upstairs, so that's not so important. I also have my wedding jewellery. I don't have loads of jewellery pieces, but I really love my wedding earrings and necklace. I just think they're gorgeous and they're the nicest pieces of jewellery I own. I also found some like boob tape, which again I thought would be very handy. I had this for my wedding day. These were just things that were lying around that I dug out. And the last thing I've sorted out is a card. We're actually going to buy them a voucher for a shop that she suggested that is great for them to buy new home stuff because they only moved to Ireland within the last year. So I wanted to make sure that I got them something that would be really valuable, and obviously being an island in a different country with different currency made it a little bit more logistically challenging. So while we're out there at the beginning of our road trip, when we're in Dublin, on the way between Dublin to the wedding, we're going to stop at this shop she suggested. That's going to be their gift, but I needed obviously a card, so I've actually got 2 options for them. I originally had this sort of simple gold foiling, they lived happily ever after. I thought that's nice, but then I saw this one and thought it was a bit more them, so now I'm not sure, so I'll ask Benj and he can pick. As I said, this has already all happened, so we're not looking for any recommendations, but I'm going to tell you what our island plans are and how this trip is currently looking, because it is absolutely chaotic to say the least. So I have always known when Bianca and Mark's wedding day is. It's the 10th of April, and originally we were gonna go over to Dublin first. Their wedding is about an hour out, and then do a few more days around Ireland. We're not going to Northern Ireland, we're just sort of staying in a little bit of a loop. We have around 5 days before the wedding and then around 7 after, but we wanted to get home before the Easter weekend. For our first visit, I think this is a great amount of time, and obviously we'll be back visiting them in the future. Originally, the plan was to go over on the 5th of April and then move to their hotel for the 9th of April, ready for the wedding day, right? So that was all fine, and we booked the ferry, the hotels and everything. And then last week I got an extremely exciting opportunity where I've been invited to a media preview of Epic Universe, which is Universal Studios' brand new theme park over in Orlando, and I could not miss this opportunity. This is a once in a lifetime. I'm not allowed a +1, so Benj can't come, but the trip falls over the already planned in Ireland road trip, so it's actually the 2nd to the 7th of April. So it's a few days before the wedding, but it does mean that obviously our time in Dublin was getting cut short, but it was still possible. But we decided instead that we'd keep all the same plans, the ferry crossing, the hotel, and Benji's going to do that journey on his own. So he's going to drive from Bournemouth up to Holyhead, stay the night, then do the crossing over to Dublin himself, get the car parked, get set up, have one full free day to do whatever he wants. I think he's going to play golf. And then I am going to do a night flight on the Sunday the 6th of April, land at Gatwick on Monday the 7th, and then switch to a different airline to go then fly back to Dublin. I can't fly from Orlando to Dublin because I'm going on a press trip that's already scheduled, the flight's already sorted, so I'll have to just switch, which is insane in my mind, but also logistically does make sense. So with that in mind, I'm having to sort out all of my Orlando stuff for the week I need it, and then my island stuff has got to all be ready and packed and in the car with Benji. So that's why I'm having to do 2 different trips, 2 different things, and that's why this prep is so important, because I can't forget anything and I need to make sure everything is organised for him, because obviously he's not going to pack my bags. Monday 7th I fly to Dublin, meet Benji there. We'll be in Dublin for 1 full day. It's not loads of time, but I know we'll be back. Then we'll have the wedding, which we won't be vlogging, but we will include in the same video the rest of our time there. We're going to go to Galway after the wedding and spend a few days there in an Airbnb so we can wash our clothes, cook a few meals, and I think we'll have around 4 nights there, which sounds quite a lot, but we'll be working as well, so there'll be days where we're just sitting, relaxing, chilling, working, whatever. After Galway we're making our way to Cork, but we're going to go via Limerick. Just going to spend the day there just having a little look around, but basing ourselves in Cork does mean that it's actually not too far for us to sort of branch out. We're there for another 4 nights I think, and then coming home on the 17th, which is the day you should be seeing this video, hopefully. There is so much to think about. I have been creating this document for Benji so that he knows where to go, what timings he needs, and I'm also going to include the ferry tickets and info for that, plus our hotel confirmation, where the parking is. So I've tried to make it as easy for him as possible, and I will print this out, or I'll actually probably do a PDF and WhatsApp it for him. As it stands right now, I'm still waiting for the itinerary for my trip to Orlando, so I can't book my flight to Dublin yet until I know what time I'm definitely landing. It does sound a bit crazy, but all that is just to say that I feel so lucky that I get to travel, I have flexibility, this is my job, I get to go back to Orlando and call it work, and then Ireland we're making a vlog and filming it. I'm so grateful that I'm able to, you know, travel, work and be at my friend's wedding at the same time. It just takes a lot of logistics and figuring it out, which I'm more than happy to do. Today I'm filming this about a week before this trip, so I have around 5 days to sort this out. Right, we're back trying on the suit.
A day later and it still fits me.
We were just checking in case Benji needed to come to the seamstress with me, because she could obviously do it within the next week. Great, so you're done. That's easy peasy.
I'm gonna go down and carry on working on the cloakroom downstairs.
Yeah.
I'll probably take this off before I do that.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, please.
So?
Yeah. I've just had a delivery for 2 jumpers. I can't decide which colour I want, but I have got my first pieces of Formula 1 merch because now I am a fangirl. I got Mercedes 3/4 zip jumpers, and oh my god, that is the softest thing I've ever felt in my whole life. Oh, I found them in the sale as well. They were like £32, so I was like, do you know what, I'll get both. Oh my god, hang on, let me put this on.
What?
It is so soft. It's officially licensed.
Because they have an Adidas tie-in as well, don't they?
No, it literally says Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 team.
Stitched by the looks of it is the company that make it. I feel like I need to change teams just because I can't carry on just being the orange team with ginger hair.
Benji's got McLaren. This is nice though, isn't it? We need to get you a t-shirt. Oh my god, I love this. I'm going to wear this now.
Nice.
We're having a few issues with the popper. Like, she's put it a little bit too high. I'm having it moved down. The length is much better now, so it fits properly. So I definitely needed it done. But yeah, this is too much boob going on, so fixing this. Dress is secured. My dress is from a company called 6 Stories. The seamstress that did the dress, she actually steamed the dress and has put it in plastic for me. Her name's Cecilia and she's so lovely. She's done a few pieces for me. My mum can actually do like little adjustments, but when it's something like the hem of a dress, I just knew that I needed to get that done. As much as I appreciate the seamstress putting the dress in the plastic, having just travelled home with that, I think that's going to be too annoying to have in the car for Benj. So I have just dug out my Kath Kiston proper dress bag, which is much easier for Benj to be able to pack up the car with. Just doing a Benji's suit now, and I can see he has loads of tags on. The logical thing would be to cut them all out, wouldn't it? All these like pockets, you know, you got to take the seam. You know what, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it now. I've just come back from the chiropractor. Benji's making lunch. I've also had a hard drive come back to me from a recovered broken hard drive that I had to send off to a specialist to get repaired, so I'm just backing that up on my computer. I'm gonna go and call the Irish Ferries people next to tell them that I'm not going to be on that ferry crossing. It will just be Benji, and I want to make sure that the booking is in his name as like lead passenger now, because I'm not going to be with him.
Whenever there's people that are not travelling, that's absolutely fine.
Thank you so much for confirming. That's good peace of mind, and I can take that off my list. Thank you so much.
Oh, there's no problem at all.
Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, that was so easy. Okay, cool. That's ticked off my list, so I know that Benj won't have any issues at the crossing. I'm going to put my out of office on next. I'm obviously going to schedule it. Automatic replies. Turn on automatic replies. I'm currently on back-to-back trips to America and Ireland. I will check my emails once a day and try to respond in order of urgency. I return to my desk on... When do I return to my desk? Oh, it's actually Easter when we come back, so I'll probably be out of office then as well. Tuesday, 22nd of April. For any business inquiries, please email my manager. I appreciate your patience. Have a wonderful week. That is now scheduled and ready to go. That's another piece of admin to tick off my list. The next thing I want to sort is a receipt folder, and Benj and I carry a little folder, something like this, where I can store all the receipts related to business expenses. I have this whole drawer full of like different pouches and things. Look at that, I've already got an old one set up. Benji's just brought me up an absolutely amazing lunch. A little bit of sourdough bread, avo, parma ham, egg, and some tomatoes. Oh my god, so yummy.
Thank you for calling and have a lovely rest of your day.
Thank you so much for your help, I appreciate that a lot, and have a good day too.
Thank you, take care, bye.
Thank you, bye. That was a bit of a boring call, but March is always when all of our car stuff comes out. Because I learned to drive as soon as I turned 17, I then got insured on a car straight away, and so every year, a week after my birthday, my car insurance is always due for renewal. But also I've combined both of our cars onto one policy. Because we're driving over to Ireland, I just want to make sure everything is in order, like with our car admin, and so I knew that the insurance was due, but I never accept the renewal price. They actually quoted £1,000, and I just called and said, look, I'm a very loyal customer, do me a better deal please, and they got it down to £741 for the both cars, so I'm happy with that. That has now been paid. I like to pay it annually. I put the money aside throughout the year, and I had just pulled that from my savings pot for the car and put that over to the joint account where they'll take that payment. So that is now another piece of admin done. I recently introduced a clothing rail in my outfit planning, organising, prepping, because the rail allows me to see the outfit, style things, look at shoes, look at accessories, because a Universal trip is similar to Disney in terms of, you know, you've got to think about things. Outfits need to be practical, they need to be comfortable, they need to be good in the heat. So I've pulled out a few things that I like. I've got a couple of new dresses, so I need to sort Universal out first. And then I've also pulled out down here my sort of summer, spring outfits. I've got some midi dresses in there and things that are more appropriate for Ireland. I've got to leave to go to the hairdressers in about an hour or so. It's been like 10 minutes and I just feel so overwhelmed by this. I think I need to break it down. I need to do Orlando first, because once I've packed for Orlando and I am happy, I think because I don't have the itinerary yet, I don't know what I'm doing yet either.
Is there anything else you want to help with today, Gwen?
No, that's perfect. Thank you so much for your help. That is another boring admin task done, but I had a credit card from 2020 that never really got used because we went into lockdown times, and then it just sort of sat, and I used it on and off in 2022 by the looks of things, and I just haven't touched it years later. And it was one of those really annoying tasks that I just left. It just sat there. I paid the yearly £30 fee to have it and then never used it. I've actually been in the market for a different credit card where I can start earning points. I'm looking at the British Airways one for Avios. I've been doing loads of research on it and I'm pretty confident with my choice, but I knew I couldn't move forward until I got rid of this old one. That is now done. I've cancelled my old credit card. I'm feeling really good about all this admin I'm getting ticked off, but I'm certainly procrastinating from actually doing the packing side of things. Right, I'm in the Kia. I've got this car to drive to get my hair done, and it's about a half an hour drive away. My hair is now done. He hasn't blow dried it, so it's just wet, but he did a dry cut to get some of that weight off, to shape it again. I'm gonna have regular cuts to come every like 3 months or so. He's so lovely. We have such lovely chats, and the hour just passed so fast. Last time I did a 2-hour appointment because he actually blow dried it, styled it, did loads of products, whereas today he just cut it and then spritzed it with water and used a brush. So yeah, easy peasy. So this will dry naturally for the rest of the afternoon and in this sun, hopefully. It's another day and I'm making great progress with my Universal stuff today. So I know we're focusing on Ireland for this vlog and getting that organised, but obviously this threw a slight spanner in the works. I'm having to do the Universal prep first. So I'm trying to just let my brain focus on just that and pretend I don't have anything else to think about. So I got the itinerary through yesterday from the team. It is insane. I've obviously already probably, yeah, I've shared all the vlogs at this point, but for me, obviously I haven't been yet. I wrote out the itinerary in my own notes, and then I've added notes on what I want to wear for each different day. So like Volcano Bay, I've got a t-shirt and shorts and a swimming cozy and my Crocs. And then for the Epic Day, I've decided I'm gonna wear this Nobody's Child dress. I actually wore this last time in Universal. White is extremely risky, but I wanted something light, comfortable, that makes me feel good, that will go with every world that we enter. I also was able to book my flight to Dublin last night. I'm fully aware that obviously things get creased when you pack them, but in case I don't have time to source an iron and an ironing board, at least I've done sort of the main parts of these dresses. Hang on, that bit needs doing. When we finalise the clothes for Ireland later, I will just be doing a general sort of jeans, t-shirt, count how many days there are and pack that many pairs of underwear, you know, a hoodie, and I'll generalise what I will want to wear, and then obviously depending on the weather decide what I want each day. However, when it came to Universal, it was easier for me to actually plan each outfit, each event, because that way it means I don't overpack. Because we're just doing 5 days, it means I don't need to pack as much as I had when we did Florida for 2 weeks in January. So now I'm at this stage, let me show you. I started with my travel outfit, which is hanging up, and then I also did my travel home. And because it's a night flight, I know I want something light and comfortable, so I've got a jumpsuit. But then when I land in the UK, or just before we land, and then my flight to Dublin, I've got something slightly warmer, so just leggings and a t-shirt, and I can layer up or remove layers, etc. So I've got those travel outfits, pajamas, and then it just comes down to the outfits. I've got Volcano Bay, I've got a day at Universal, I've got the press media conference thing that I have to attend, the first night dinner by the pool, the second night dinner in City Walk, and then my Epic Universe outfit. I've also thought about the underwear, because obviously a white dress, I need white underwear, but not just that, I need to make sure I have my Spanx, because I like to wear them underneath dresses when I'm walking a lot, plus making sure I have enough socks, and then which trainers will be the most practical, comfortable, and match. So this is where we're at. I'm trying to keep my bags to a minimum, so I've got like one little crossbody, and I also just bought a new rucksack. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce the brand name because I'm probably going to butcher it, but I got one of these small pink bags, and I've got one of my catnip little bag charms on. This is going to be my Universal rucksack. I also have been using my clothing rail to sort of see different outfits. I actually might pack this dress as well. I don't want to overpack, but it's always good to have at least an extra backup dress or outfit. For my traveling through the airport, I think that looks good. If it's cold, which I feel like I'm not going to be cold, but I'm going to have my Mercedes new jumper. I am so unbelievably excited about this trip that, you know, when you have so much adrenaline pumping through you, I tried to explain this in a vlog the other day, but like it just feels like it needs to come out of your fingers and toes. Like it's just like, I actually feel so emotional about it. I just feel so lucky that I get to do this. Oh my god, so stupid. I'm gonna absolutely sob when I walk through all the different worlds at Epic Universe, honestly. I have to hide everything down on the left because there's some top secret projects that are in there. But this is how I do my outfits. So I've written down like what I'm doing, and then what outfit I'll need with the different shoes and bags and accessories and stuff. So as you can see, I'm just filling in the final bits so that I don't overpack. And I use Notion, which is a website and an app, and I use this for my packing lists as well. I'm not sure if I've talked about this, probably not, but my Shark and my Dyson hair dryers, and even like a normal hair dryer, none of it seems to work when I go to the US. I know it's due to like the voltage, wattage, whatever, but it was really driving me mad that I have no solutions for a hair dryer, because even the ones that they have in hotels generally don't have diffusers, and I just can't dry my hair with like a standard you know, like that. I actually forgot to show this in my haul, but I bought this in New York because I obviously was back in the US and had the same issue so fast, and I knew that I'd probably be back again at least one more time this year, and this would be an investment. But I got a US hairdryer, so it doesn't work here. I won't be using it at home, but I love it because it's super light. It's by Conair Infinity Pro. Oh yeah, there we go. It just twists, and it came with a diffuser. Now I need to start sorting out my toiletries because there's been some like nice fresh new flannels that have come through the wash. It's another day. I'm in the same comfies, but I finished packing for Orlando, so let me show you. I'm actually so proud of myself. It weighs just under 20 kilograms. It's my medium away case, and obviously it's only 5 days, but I still need all my usual stuff. I've got my hair products. This is all my curly hair stuff. Fan, an absolute essential. It's about 31 degrees there at the moment. Flip-flops, sparkly sandals, phone tripod. My outfits, normally I would have them split into like an underwear section, t-shirts, shorts, dresses, whatever, but this time round each packing cube has individual days and underwear according to whatever I'm doing. So that's how I've done it this time. I've got pajamas, spare t-shirt, travel outfit in there the first couple of days, and then a theme park outfit. So that's all done. In the front bit here, I've got my snack bag, travel cutlery set, which I've shown a few times. It's got like a knife, fork and spoon. It's amazing if you're eating in the theme parks, plus a little straw. So I put these in my park bag. Speaking of, I have my park bag in there. I've got some spare like clear organizer bags for any merch and pins that I might buy. This is one of those sort of foldable overnight travel bags because I can use this as my second hand luggage option. I've paid for 2 bags on Ryanair and I'm traveling premium economy with BA, so I'll have 2 bag options, and this is in case I buy any mugs or merch or anything that's excess weight. I don't want 2 cases, but I know I might have extra. This is preempting the inevitable, basically. We've got my makeup, we've got my gadgets and tech, hairdryer, Crocs, toiletries, hard drive, travel neck pillow, which I'll need on the way home, trainers, first aid kit, and I also will pack this, which is how I weigh the case. I've got 2 of these and they are brilliant. I'll leave a link below. I've washed my makeup brushes this afternoon, so they are nice and clean, ready to go. So the next part is getting everything for Ireland now. I'm going to be a bit more general with this, like I said, like a pair of jeans, a jumper, a couple of dresses, etc. So I've pulled out some bags that I can use because I don't want a suitcase in the car. When you're on a road trip, I don't want to have to lug a case in and out the car at the different places that we're staying at. It's much easier for me to have like a big tote bag, and I can just pack the clothes that I need and leave what I don't want in the car. For the wedding specifically, I have tried to keep everything together so it's easier for me. I know that the white bag is the wedding bag, which made the most sense to me. I think Benji will actually only need ID to get over to Ireland, but I have got his passport for him, and then at least I can have both our passports back together again, along with the wedding card. It's also Bianca's birthday, like a week later, so I've got a birthday card too. I just love these clear bags. They are so handy. I'm back with the rail, and I have pulled out some outfits. I actually had quite a few more, but this is the perfect time to do like a process of elimination. So I'm just pulling out different options. I've got a couple of t-shirts to wear with jeans, 3 different dresses that I can wear for dinners if we go out for a meal anywhere, a few different midi dresses for the daytime, one that I definitely want to wear. I think this would be nice in Dublin. It's like a denim dress. I'm really hoping I'll be able to iron them because I'm definitely not doing all that today. A few different jumper options, a cardigan and a denim jacket. I don't want to overpack because I can rewear things, I can wash, and I will have a few dresses from the Florida trip that I can probably rewear as well. We're not going to be doing any hiking. It's going to be much lighter, so think museums, shopping, sightseeing. Plus I need to think about weather, so it's spring, April in Ireland. It could be a bit windy, so I want things that I can layer up that are going to be comfortable for sitting in the car for a few hours at a time as well. I think I'm going to get one more jumper. Yeah, this jumper is quite practical. I can wear it with jeans. It's a knit, it's cozy, so that can come into the roster. I'm content with this, so we just need to take it all off the hangers, fold it up, lay it out on the bed, and then we can also do another elimination process at this point and remove anything that I really don't think I'm going to wear. That wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm just waiting for my jeans to get washed and they'll come in this pile. Thrown in another swimming costume, some pajamas and some loungewear trousers for just those days where I'm editing from the Airbnb or whatever. Some leggings because these are amazing for just traveling in the car, and that's really it. I don't think I'm going to need much more than that. I'm not going to put the clothes in packing cubes because that will just be annoying for me. I don't want to organise and squish things down as we have the car, so I've just pulled out this big tote bag. It's actually from Tommy Hilfiger Disney collab a few years ago. It's looking a little dirty now, but I love it because it's just one big bag. Oh, something that could be cozy is a fleece. So I've got this Mickey one that I got in Walt Disney World. This one is from Bath and Body Works actually, with mountains on it. I wore this when we went skiing. So cozy. Additional things I've packed is a 3-way block because we use this when we're charging lots of things on the go. Some sun cream, extra contact lenses, things to remove my gel nails because I'm not going to have time to be able to go and get them done obviously as I'm going back to back, so I'll just remove them myself. All the hair tools I can need or want because we're doing our own hair as bridesmaids. A few different handbag options if we go out for a nice dinner, if we're going out during the day. So these two are from Primark, my Coach bag, and that one was from Next. For my trainers, I'm just doing a final sort of throwing in of everything that I think I might want or need. I may actually wear those traveling because they're amazing because they just slip on. And then these are a little bit nicer for wearing with jeans or going out for a dinner. I'm going to give Benji a camera so he can film some bits for you because we're filming an island vlog, but I'll get him to show you what the journey and the crossing was like. I also want our pillows, but we're obviously using those so he can pack them in an IKEA bag, our drone, and then I'm just thinking if I want any kind of rucksack or maybe our beach towels. They're quite good for a road trip. Just pulling out some underwear. Obviously I can wash the stuff that I take to the US, but I have enough pants for all different occasions. Loads of different bras, socks, and some extra Spanx as well, which I will have to wash some of my other ones, but at least I've got some spares. So that's all my underwear. I'm doing one of my final tasks, and that's downloading some movies and TV shows. I actually found quite a lot on Amazon Prime. I love things like The Summer I Turned Pretty, Emily in Paris, that kind of thing. So I'm just getting some stuff, and then I'm also just downloading some magazines over on Readly as well because there's a new Cosmo and I love that, and a couple of other like mental health ones, women's health. So I'm just gonna make sure I've got everything downloaded so that when I'm on the plane I don't have Wi-Fi, I can get everything I want. I am feeling so much better now. I've pretty much packed and got everything organised, so thank you for coming along. Big thank you to Dermatica for sponsoring again today. Make sure you click the links below if you're in the UK or US. I have both links available and you can get that 50% off for your first 3 months using Brogan50. By this point you would have probably already seen my Universal content, but next week will be the island vlog, just so we're not too confused, and then we'll be back with a home vlog. So thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!